Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Hey, I want to talk about the testing phase in a relationship. I posted a video not long ago, and I think it was called If a Man Leaves You. And in that video, I was talking about how men test women. And to be honest, women test men as well. You may not even identify the test. You may not realize it. Students test teachers, children test parents. And what I mean by this is we take in our interaction, we do something to see how the person receives it, how they respond to it. It's human nature. It happens in almost every type of human interaction. It is going to happen whether you believe it is right or not, whether you think that a real man does it or doesn't do it, it is going to happen. So when I am sharing this, I'm not saying that I condone the behavior. I'm not saying that this is right. What I'm saying is that I cannot make the men that you will meet in your life hear me to the point that they won't test you. You will get tested. So it is better to be prepared than to be in denial. So in this testing process, what happens is a man is trying to see who you are, where you are as a woman, in your mindset, in your life, in your beliefs, how you carry yourself, and whether you think it's a real man or not. A real man does not mean a perfect man. A real man is still a human. A real man will lie you down. A real man will borrow money, accept money. A real man will test you. A real man will have attitude issues and mood swings. A real man is capable of cheating. Understand that real man does not mean perfect man. There has only been one perfect man documented in the history of mankind, and that is Jesus Christ. You will not have the opportunity to date him. You will be dealing with a human who at best has a relationship with Christ, but who still will sin and fall short of the glory of God every single day. So what you have to do is be prepared to deal with different types of men, meaning that you have to know who you are, what you stand for. And you have to stop crying, this is unfair, this is unfair. And a lot of women will be tested sexually, and a man will put on what I call the full court press. If you know basketball, then you've heard of the term. He will put on what I call the full court press, and he will do everything that he can do to get you to be intimate with him. If you fail that test, he then will put you in a box as easy, as lost, as hurting, as confused, as seeking a thrill, as promiscuous, and he will hold that against you even though he wanted it and you wanted it too. That will be a part of a test. A grown boy in the comments will not admit to this because I'm telling you about the unspeakable. I am breaking the man law, the man code. And the reason why I'm breaking it is because it is destroying homes. It is destroying households. That is why we have so many single mothers, because of grown boys operating in what they would call is the man code and operating from a place of weakness and immaturity. So what you have to realize is that you may meet a quote unquote real man who looks everything, has everything, says everything. And then if you drop your guard too soon and you start to believe, oh, this is a real man because he has this, and he said this, so this is a real man. And so if it's coming from him, it must be authentic. So we just got a whole lot of chemistry. So what? It's only been a week. So what's? It's only been 2 weeks. I'm gonna sleep with him because I'm really feeling him, and if I won't do it, another woman will. Tell yourself that if you want to, and you will lose. You will lose. So a man will come, and he's not trying to. If he doesn't test you, what it means is that you could be promiscuous, but because he didn't try you, he didn't find that out about you. So the reason that he tests you is to see who you are. It's not about who he is and who he wants. He's trying to see who you are. And the worst thing you can do is deny this truth and say, well, a real man will never do that. Have you ever been a man? Have you ever, you've never been a real man because you've never even been a man. So you cannot say what he will and won't do. I'm telling you, he will try you. And if he doesn't try you sexually, then he will try you in other ways. Like, hey, I'm going to call you at 9, meaning 9 p.m. You're sitting by the phone at 9. You've actually cleared your schedule. Your show was coming on, but you turned the TV down at 8:59 because you're expecting his call. You sit there from 9 to 9:30 waiting on his call. Maybe he got caught up, maybe got tied up. You don't hear from him. So now you don't sleep good that night. But then he calls you the next day at noon on his lunch break. If you're like, hey, how are you? Oh my goodness, I missed you so much last night. You said you were gonna call me at 9. He's like, okay, you failed that test. Now that means to him, you're the type of woman that a man can give his word to and not keep his word. So he asked himself, do I want this type of woman? Because if she can't hold me in check, if I get weak and I start to be immature, if she can't check me in a respectful and honest and direct manner, like, hello, so what happened to you last night? Listen to me. I don't play those type of games. I believe in second chances, so I'm going to give you a second chance. But if you say you're going to do something, all we have is our word. So unless you have a serious emergency, like you in a car wreck and you in a coma, I don't care if your meeting is running over, send a text that say, hey, my meeting's running over. But respect my time, respect my mind. And if you cannot do that and it's not a serious emergency, don't worry about calling me the next time. No offense, but I'm just telling you, I don't have time. And so when you check him, he's like, whoa, okay, cool. Mine, you didn't yell, you didn't curse. You didn't call him a grown boy, you didn't call him a liar, ignorant, cheater. You just checked him on what you need and what you expect. Now you might get into a relationship and you have a disagreement. In that disagreement, he may yell. If you yell back, you just fail that test. If you sit down and you shut up and listen to him continue yell at you, you just failed that test. Because now you just taught him it's okay to raise your voice at me. But if he yells and you, hey, listen to me. Don't raise your voice at me. Do not raise your voice. We are adults. I'm talking to you with respect. Speak to me with respect. I will not be yelled at like I'm your child. Point blank period. You didn't yell, you didn't curse, you didn't call him out his name, but you checked him. Every man is going to have some type of test, whether he identifies it as a test, whether you identify it as a test. It is a part of typical human interaction to see who you are, where you stand, what you stand for, what you believe. And so you have to know your boundaries, your standards, your deal breakers, so you are able to check him cool, calm, and collected, not screaming, yelling, fussing, cussing, cool, calm, and collected, so he realizes who you are and what you will and won't tolerate. Hey, I'm just sharing the truth with you, whether you like it or not, whether you think it's right or not. It is what it is. So have the knowledge and be prepared.